Alright guys, here we go. First Maiden ride on Mercy. Cold start. She's been sitting since I bought her. So starts right up. Alright. RPMs went a little high there. So I'm sure that's probably something normal that I'm going to have to get used to. And I'm also sorry that I got you so close to me. This camera angle is about the only thing I can do on these handlebars. I can maybe move you out a little bit farther, but this angle, because of the windshield and everything, you are like literally right at the windshield when I turn my bars. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. Alright, she's sounding pretty good. Now remember, this is my maiden voyage. I have not put a single mile on here. My odometer is reading 0. So this is our first trip out on this bike. And this is also my first ride of 2024, so this is my icebreaker ride. Let's see how this goes. Well, I got through the driveway without dropping it. Oh. So, this is my first ride. I gotta figure out how things feel on this bike. Now the owner's manual said that I should not go over 4,000 RPMs in the first like 250 miles or something like that. So I will definitely keep it below that. Different riding position and everything like that. So yeah, it's all stuff I gotta get used to. However, I don't want to sit here and talk about the bike the whole time. Like I said, this is also going to be my icebreaker ride. And if you guys have been around my channel, you'll know that my icebreaker rides are the rides where I kind of let you guys get to know me and kind of the plans for the year. So my name is Mark, and my channel is Chef Hiker Biker. I've been on YouTube now for, gosh, what is this going to be, my 13th year, 14th year, something like that. However, a lot of my earlier stuff was deleted for copyright reasons. I was using standard secular music, you know, AC/DC and Def Leppard and other groups like that. Man, this thing handles nice. And so yeah, a lot of my first few videos have gotten removed off the system. My oldest videos are like 9 years old or something like that. And I've done a lot of traveling. So there's some family vacation stuff, there's hikes, there's motorcycle rides, and cooking. I am a trained, schooled chef. I've worked in the industry for a number of years. Man alive, this throttle's responsive. I just twisted a little bit and I feel like I'm getting jerked back. So, my body is kind of a crap piece of shit, really. My back is just horrible. So, unfortunately, my cooking career did not span very long. I did get a lot of good experience in my lifetime. Man alive, that transmission just like clunks into place. It's not like it's hard getting it into gear, but when it goes into gear, it's just like clunk, clunk, clunk. It's right there. And you guys are probably hearing it. But, and then, let's see, probably about, well, yeah, probably close to 8-9 years ago, I also started backpacking and hiking just to get me out of the house. You know, I kind of got tired of the get up, go to work, come home, eat, watch some TV, and go to bed routine. So I wanted something to kind of get me out of the house, and I started really enjoying the hiking. You know, just getting out into the trails, out into wilderness, and having fun. I started throwing in a few overnight hikes, you know, and camping out on the trail. And yeah, that's kind of what I do now. At least I try to. Wow, those tracks were really nice and smooth. Usually they're pretty bumpy, but this suspension handled it really well. Okay, I'm going to drop this down a little. I have to keep on figuring out where all my gauges are. You know, usually I had to look down here for my speedometer, but now it's over here, and that's my tach. I kind of wish they were reversed, because I tend to look at the tach than I do the speedometer. So that's pretty much my thing, you know. My wife and I have been married for, let's see, it's going to be 20... Oh no, holy cow. It's going to be 30 years this year. Yeah, we've been married for 30 years. And we have 3 kids. They're all grown up. A couple of them are still living at home. So yeah, that's basically me. As far as my plans for this year, because of my new job, I am not home at night, so my cooking has probably, my cooking has pretty much fallen off the radar. I don't cook, you know, much at all. I really don't even cook breakfast. I might throw together a sandwich or something like that for lunch before I go to work. I take leftovers that my wife and daughter have made for my dinner at work. But for the most part, that's about it. Oh man alive, this thing is nice. Sorry. You got to remember, this is my very first ride on this bike. You know, I test rode the Voyagers when I was looking for a bike, so I pretty much knew how they were going to handle. But man, now that I'm on this and now that I know it's mine, I'm liking it. Things that I'm going to do this year, it's been kind of hard to pre-plan anything, you know, as far as like camping trips because of my new job. And it's primarily one of those things that I really have no vacation time. You know, it builds up slowly and I can take it as it builds up. But other than that, you know, it's not like I can just pack up and go whenever I want, you know. So I think most of our camping trips in our trailer and stuff are going to be, you know, just, you know, maybe I can get a couple of days off, you know, switch my schedule around and get a few consecutive days off in a row, and we'll just disappear for 2-3 days, you know, that type of a thing. I do want to go on a couple of motorcycle camping trips, and I'd like to do one on this bike and then one on Angel. Yes, I still have her. I did not trade her in to get this bike. If you're new to the channel and you don't know who Angel is, she is my Kawasaki Vulcan 1600 Classic. I bought her brand new in 2007, and she hit 80,000 miles this year, and she's had a few little issues here and there, nothing major, but yeah, I'm hoping to get on an overnight camping trip with her, an overnight camping trip on Mercy here. This is what I'm naming my Voyager. Her name is Mercy. And for camping, we primarily just stick with state campgrounds. Would like to do another iron butt this year. I haven't done one for a couple of years now, but now that I have this nice comfortable cruiser, I'd like to be able to just sit back and see what this bike can do. So yeah, I might try to do some sort of iron butt thing. And I actually had a special trip in mind. It's an actual special iron butt that would go around Lake Superior, but I would have to get all the way up into Canada. So that's going to be a full day ride just to get up to the northern part of Wisconsin, a full day to go around Lake Superior, and then another day to come home. And I might end up having to take vacation time to do that. I just don't know. I'm thinking I might want to try to get Mercy here up on the interstate just to see how she does doing 70 miles an hour. But at the same time, I don't know if I want to do that, you know, with the break-in period. I kind of would like to just wait and do that later, but I think I will take her past one of my special areas. The road's really bumpy over there, so we'll get to see what her suspension's like. But so far, yeah, I'm really enjoying this ride. It's right around 40 degrees today, so it's not excessively hot or cold. Gotta take it easy around these roundabouts, because these new tires, I don't want to have them slipping out on me. All right, where are you going? Okay. Man alive, she is so responsive with her turns. Keep on starting to turn her in, and all of a sudden it's like, boom, I'm going. So yeah, I'm really having to lean the bike differently than I normally would. Yeah, I'm feeling like very little to no vibration from this bike. The suspension's awesome. Brakes right there were really good. Whoop. Didn't downshift far enough. I must have put it into fourth and didn't realize it. So yeah, that's kind of the big thing for this year, is that I can't really plan things out like I would in the past. You know, normally we would just look at Jen's vacation time and start planning stuff off of that, because when I wasn't working, I could just pack up and go whenever I wanted. But can't really do that right now. So we might have to, you know, plan shorter camping trips and stuff like that. Things that are just a couple of days long. But we'll see. As far as my health is concerned, I am feeling really well. If you guys watched a couple of videos ago, I was out on a walk with Missy. We just did a quick walk around town. Did a loop that I called the footbridges, and that was really nice. That really was. My foot felt really good. My back did fairly well. So yeah, it is what it is. Wow. I look down and I'm actually doing 60. I didn't think I was going that fast. Well, it's 45 through here, so let's take it down a little. Right now my biggest thing is I wish that the speedometer and tachometer were reversed, because I keep on wanting to look at the tach for my speed. My knees are actually getting a little cold. I wasn't expecting that. I thought the fairing would give me a little bit more wind protection on my knees, but they're not. This is a nice ride. This is a purchase I'm glad I made as of right now. You know, maybe things will change as time goes on. Maybe this is actually going to be a lemon and I'll end up having a lot of mechanical issues with it or something like that. But as of right now, I'm enjoying this ride. It is very tricky because the speed, I feel like I'm going slower than my actual speed is indicating. So if I'm not careful, you know, I'll look down like that little bit right there. It was 25 miles an hour, and I thought that's basically about what I was doing. Lots of sand around here. And I looked down and I was actually doing 35, not 25. God, nice balance. Yeah, this bike is so flickable. I mean, I'm like giving it no... I'm basically just throwing my hips back and forth just to do this. I'm not even really leaning. It is a very impressively well-balanced, responsive bike. The windshield height is pretty good for me. I'm not getting a lot of air noise around my helmet, but I'm still able to look over the windshield and down the road, kind of like the way I have Angel set up now with that taller windshield that I got on her. So I think the wind noise and stuff like that will do really well. I think I'm going to leave it here. If I don't stop rambling on, I'm going to end up talking about this bike more and more and more. So I just want to thank you guys for coming along on this icebreaker ride, first mile ride on the bike. And I hope you guys keep coming back and checking out some of my other videos. See, I'm doing 50 and it's only 45 through here. Always believe you can go for your adventure. Always believe you can go out for that ride. Always believe you can cook that new dish and that's going to taste really good. Always believe, heart, soul, mind, and body in yourself. Bye, guys.